This video is sponsored by SKILLSHARE. So it's time for yet another episode of the top Android apps. This is the September edition, and as always, I've got 10 new applications for you to check out throughout this upcoming month. So with that said, sit back, relax, and let's get to the apps. Right, so I don't know about you, but keeping a track of all of my business expenses can be a real drain. But come tax time, I always wish I had been way more on top of it. So enter Expensify. So the idea with this app is that anytime you purchase anything business related, you snap a quick photo of the receipt and the app will then scan it and populate all of the relevant information in for quick and easy access. You can then create reports to summarize all of your expenses in a financial year, and the app even integrates with a heap of popular accounting platforms. If you're someone like me who enjoys customizing your phone's navigation bar, then one of the most feature-packed apps that lets you do so is Arc Lighting Navigation Bar. So it's important to highlight that to gain access to the best features of this app, you do need to enable permission via ADB commands or via root access, although there is a simple mode available if those options don't work for your device. But once you've completed that process, the amount of theming options available to tweak and customize your phone's navigation bar is staggering. You can change the look of the icons, the nav bar background colors, the spacing and orientation of the icons, plus heaps more. So it's definitely an application worth checking out. These days, many OEMs have their own app cloner features that allow you to have multiple instances of your applications, but for many phones that don't yet have this feature, then dual space may be the next best option. The app itself is very simple. You're basically presented with a grid of recommended app icons, and you can also add to this list as well, but any app on this page is a cloned version of the original, meaning that you can open them as separate standalone apps, and this means you can log in with a second account while still remaining logged in to the original application itself. There are quite a few ads throughout the app, so keep that in mind. I'm someone who takes a heck of a lot of screenshots, and so sifting through them can be an absolute mission, but with FIREFOX ScreenShotGo, this process just got a whole lot easier. So with ScreenShotGo, all of the text in any screenshot stored on your phone will be automatically indexed, which means you can then type keywords into the search bar to search through all of your screenshots super fast. You can also extract text for copying or sharing, and you can also set up a floating icon for taking quick screenshots on the go. Many of us rely heavily on our digital calendars, and so having a clean calendar widget on our home screen is sometimes an absolute essential, and every day is one such calendar widget that fits the bill beautifully. You have two widget options with this app, an agenda view and a month view, but with either option, you're presented with a pretty clean interface of upcoming events and items on your calendar. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of how the interface is set up straight out of the box, but the great thing is that virtually every aspect of the widget is customizable, including every single color element, what events are shown and not shown, font scaling, corner radius, plus a heap more. If you're tired of the same old email applications and you're looking for a fresh approach to your emails, then you may just want to think about using Spike. So the idea of this app is to change the way that we interact with our emails, and it does so by implementing a range of really interesting features. You can have multiple accounts in the one view, and there's also a cleaner inbox option to push only the most important messages to the top. There's also a real-time messaging design with read receipts for faster on-the-go email conversations, as well as bulk actions for quickly dealing with email threads and spam. There's also, of course, a very much appreciated dark mode. Now, if you're someone who downloads lots on your computer and you're looking for a seamless way to track all of those downloads remotely, then Checketry is an application that should be on your list of apps to check out. First thing to point out is that at the time of making this video, the app only works on Windows computers, but support for Macs is supposedly on the way. But until then, once you have the desktop client installed, you can then log into the same account on both the PC and the Android app, and from there, you can keep an eye on and even control all of your downloads remotely. It's a super niche app, but I know it will also be of great benefit for those looking for this type of functionality. Post-it notes have always been a staple in any note taker's arsenal, and so it seems fitting that there should now be an app version available, which actually also has some really neat features included as well. So what's cool about this app is that you can either take photos of your existing Post-it notes, up to 200 at a time, believe it or not, and these can then be digitized within the app, or you can simply create digital ones within the app itself. And this has a surprisingly organic and satisfying feel to it. From there, you can quickly rearrange and organize all of your various notes. You can edit them to make them stand out even more. And then you can share your note collections using a range of popular presets, particularly useful for perhaps a workplace environment. I've featured quite a few live wallpaper applications in my time, but none quite as satisfying as my new favorite, Fluid Simulation. If you've come across one of these live wallpaper type apps before, then this one will feel fairly familiar, yet the animation quality and the way that the animations respond to the touch of your fingers feels a league above any that I've tried before. And as I said, it makes for a very satisfying experience. This is the sort of app that doesn't even need to be set as a wallpaper to be worthwhile trying out. It's that satisfying, so I highly recommend it. I'm always on the lookout for ways to clean up my phone's home screen without necessarily making it impossible to access all of my apps. And so one app that is definitely designed to help in this regard is App Tiles. I featured the brother version of this app, Launchboard, last month, but App Tiles works very much the same in that you set up a series of app triggers within the main app interface itself, but then from there, you can select each of these apps as separate toggles within your quick settings menu. This means that you have quick access to up to 6 different applications. And as with Launchboard, there are a heap of ads when going through the setup process, but aside from that, the app works pretty much as advertised. Now, before we finish up for today, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, SKILLSHARE. So I've showcased SKILLSHARE many times before on my channel, but if you're new around here and perhaps haven't heard of it yet, SKILLSHARE is this really great online learning community that has over 25,000 classes, all of which are dedicated to helping people learn different skills across a wide range of categories, including app development, video editing, and cinematography, just to name a few. It's available for both Mac and PC, but also on iOS and Android devices. And on the mobile versions, you can actually download any course for offline viewing. Recently, I've been trying to up my 2D animation skills, and so I've been watching a class that dives into how to design a 2D character using Adobe Illustrator, and then how to animate that character's mouth movements using Adobe After Effects. And this is just one example of thousands of long-form classes available on Skillshare. What's great is that it's actually affordable. Premium membership starts at less than $10 a month, but what's even better is that Skillshare is offering anyone who uses my link down in the description 2 months of Skillshare for free. So there's really no reason not to try it out. If you're someone who loves learning new things or taking your skills to the next level, then Skillshare is the perfect place to kickstart your learning. But anyway, that is it for this episode. Make sure you check out each app linked down in the description below. And as always, if you haven't already, then maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes in this series. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.